Hello friends, in this video we will talk about how we can create HTML frames, and I'm going to use Microsoft Expression Web 4.0 for the same purpose. I want you to go through the basics of HTML framing. I listed some points for you. You can have a look on it, that why we need frames. So frames are used to create a web page that can host more than one HTML page. Since this web page does not have any contents, it doesn't contain any body tag. Each frame can display a single HTML page. We use tag frameset to create the frames areas and a frame to display a frame. Frameset allows aligning frames horizontally or vertically, but not both together. Nesting of frames, that helps us to align the frames horizontally and vertically together. So we'll see how we can do it with the help of programming. So come back to your program, and again the first thing we are going to do is create a new site, and I'm going to call it one page site. So this is our main page, and remove this meta tag for a while. So title is HTML frame programming. Okay, now this page, this is a main page and it does not have any contents, therefore we are not going to have any body section. So make sure it does not have any body section, only head but no body section. Now to create a frame set, we are going to use keyword tag frame set, and they are either aligned row wise or they are aligned column wise. So here I'm going to use row wise frames. So rows, and then we'll say first row will take 25% of the area, second will take 25% of the area, and third will take 50% of the area. This is how we allocate the space for the frames. And inside this we are going to have different frames. So frame source equal to, I'm going to write here demo.html, just simple page. And since we said we need 3 frames here, so I'm going to write second frame now. Again source equal to same thing, demo.html. And one more time I'm going to write here frame source equal to demo.html. Now I have created a page demo here, so I want to see what are the contents of this web page. So I will just create a new page, call it HTML, and then I will just name it as demo. So save it with the name demo, because this is my demo page. And if you just want to see the contents of this, you can write here h1, this is demo page, just to make sure that you are able to open it. Just want to see in the panels, folder list. So this is demo.html. Now let us go back to your original program, save it, and see how the output look like. So when you see it on the browser, you are able to see these 3 frames. First is taking 25% of the area, second is also taking 25%, and third is taking 50% of the area. If you change their locations, like say first one you want to say it's 50%, second is 25%, third is again 25%. Save it and check it. So you can see now the area that has been changed. Also you can see these frames, they are resizable, you can resize them. So you can resize them. Okay, so this is how we can have the horizontal frames. If you want vertical, you can have columns, and then the frames will be aligned vertically. So you can see now the frames, they are aligned vertically. So these are the frames allocated vertically. Okay, Now as far as the dimensions are concerned, we can write 50%, 25%, 25%, or we can also use a asterisk character at the end. It means the remaining area. So basically it says first frame will take 50%, second will take 25%, and third will take remaining area. So again it should give you the same output. Again I'm reverting back to the rows, and I'm going to say my first frame is say 10%, second is say let it be 80%, and then I'm saying the remaining area. And you know what is remaining area here, because we have to make total as 100%, so remaining area will be 10%. So refresh it and this is how you look like. So that's your top frame, that's your bottom frame, and remaining is 80% of the area. Now if sometime you look for some web page layout, you can see these frames, they can be aligned horizontally as well as vertically. Now how you can do it? So for example, say you want to divide this area into some vertical sections. This area, please remember I'm talking about second frame. So how you can do? You can do with the help of nesting of frames. So what you will do here, I'm going to cut it from here, or you can just say cut that second frame, locate the area, and inside that write frame set, and then again you say columns equal to 20%, then 20%, then 20%, and then remaining area. So how many frames I included? Actually I included 4 frames here. So what I will do, I will just copy these frames, because right now I don't have any page to display. So I'm just going to say copy it and then paste it here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Please make sure you have same number of frames. If you don't do it, then this Microsoft Expression Web will immediately make some changes to the frame set that you set here, and then it will change the numbers here. So we don't want that. We want to do a controlled programming. So I know that inside these columns I created 4 frames, so I should have the 4 frames now. So run it, and you can see now this area has been divided into 4 vertical sections. So in the same way, if you think that I want to divide this area further, you can go to that location, that's the last frame here, and introduce another frame set. So you can do frame set, and then you can say rows equal to, say I'm going to say 50%, and then remaining area, just 2 frames. And then we are going to put the same frames down and save it. So it should divide that area into 2 horizontal frames. So if I see the output of this web page, I know that how many web pages I will be able to display through this single page is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this web page is capable of displaying 7 different web pages. So that is the use of the frame programming. With the help of single page, you will be able to display a number of web pages. Now here you can see some boundaries here, so you know that you are doing some sort of frame programming. But if you wanna give user an intuition that you are not using frame programming, what you can do, you can go to this first frame set here and say frame border equal to 0. That means no frame border. Now you can see you're not able to see any frame borders. So it look like that it's a single page, but otherwise it's not a single page, it's multiple web pages. So I will remove this now. The other thing you can do, if you don't want that, you should be able to change the areas of each frames, like the way I can do here. I can do here, I can do here. But if you think that no, I don't want any resize, what you can do, you can use another attribute of frame set, no resize, and you will give it value no resize. Then you will say no, I don't want any resize. So save it and check the output now. So you can see the frames, but you don't have that option now. You are not getting those arrows which you can do for resizing of the frame. So this is a very simple program, how we can create a frame set, how we can divide a web page into different sections which are called frames, and how we can display multiple web pages with the help of frames. So very simple page, very simple programming, very compact. You can see here it's a very simple program. The only thing you need to remember is it does not have a body section, and again it's very obvious and clear, since this web page does not have any of its own contents, it does not need any body section. So if you put a body section here, for example, say I put a body section, which I should not have done. So if I do it and I close it somewhere down here, you will surprised to see you will not see any output on the screen. No output, because it does not have any contents, and this is how it has been organized. This is the syntax, that whenever you are using a frame set, you are not going to use any body section. So hope this video will help you to understand how we can do HTML programming for frames. We will do some more advanced programming in the coming video. Thank you very much.